I started screen printing in high school for friends' bands, very DIY, and started my own clothing brand called Carne and Queso. People liked the designs I was printing and would keep asking me like, hey, couldn't you print my stuff? And I'd always say, no, I don't want to do this as like a job. This is just my hobby. And I met this lovely lady, Marissa, who was able to help form that into an actual business.
I don't know anything about business. I've actually had no interest in business my whole life. I always thought it was really boring. And then I was like, oh, actually, I think it's kind of just like solving problems, like creative problem solving. That started to feel really exciting for me. So I thought, I'll help you for a few months. And then it just kind of snowballed into the next few years.
I've always been a lifelong fan of the Wu-Tang Clan. Cream, cash rolls everything around me. I thought that was like the perfect name for a business endeavor. I already had a tattoo that was cream, so I could just say I got a tattoo of my business name. So here's my old cream tattoo. It's old enough that it's starting to fade. I think now it just says Ream. I need to get that touched up or get a new cream tattoo. My dad's favorite band is Cream. He thinks that Cream is in reference to his favorite band. I never correct him.
Some of those beginning clients, we were able to bring on a lot of cool like coffee shops. But I think when the Loft put in an order, we were like, oh, this is real and we've made it. They've been one of our sustaining clients over the last 8 years.
We help clients bring their merch ideas to life. Eegees.
Exo.
Sace.
Decibel Coffee.
Pigeon Palace.
Mocha. Transit Cycles. Wooden Tooth. How Sweet It Was. Pivot Produce. Southern Arizona AIDS Foundation.
Some people come to us just for design. Some people come with us just to make merch. Some people come to us to collaborate because they like the Cream brand itself.
Our own designs and pop-up can be a little bit more like edgy and culturally relevant.
We've worked well together because I am like, oh, it'd be so amazing to just shock people with this weird, disgusting thing. Marissa is very good about like providing some context to how that might negatively affect the image of the company and maybe how to like alter that in such a way that it doesn't push certain buttons, but it does others. Even conservative companies want to go a little bit out there sometimes, do something different. And we have 3 people here that all do design work for clients. And I'm one of those people, and there's Spencer and Karina. I was just like, man, someday I got to work there. So it just it really was like a dream come true. This place is definitely a very unique place to work. I feel like we get a lot of collaborating with everybody on the team. I would say it's a pretty equal feeling. We also get a lot of leadership kind of in all of our roles too.
Rose was one of the first employees we hired on to do administrative work. Yeah, and Rose is still here with us now, so.
She's on maternity leave currently.
Maternity leave, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Rose.
Yeah. She's actually here, so she's gonna do an interview.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When I first moved to Tucson, I had a little stint delivering mail for USPS. But it was such a bureaucracy, and not to mention it was 110 degrees in the mail van. So as soon as I found my place at Cream, I felt more comfortable here. The most challenging part has definitely been just to maintain the volume of business that we need to thrive. I think it kind of started with the pandemic, and then a lot of small businesses are still trying to bounce back from that. I'm able to use the resources here to create prints, t-shirts for my own brand. I make basically just cat art.
I feel like it's such a creative-based shop. I feel like a lot of print shops don't encourage artistic vision as much. Manual printing, it's kind of like the old school way of printing. It's how I learned how to screen print. Whereas the auto, you're mainly lining up and registering the screen, and then the auto does all the printing for you. So you can do a lot more shirts on the auto. The manual is definitely more tedious, has more of an artistic background in it. There's definitely a lot with screen printing that can go wrong. Like my first day of screen printing, my boss told me, and I'm not allowed to cuss, but he told me, you're gonna f it up. Learn from it. It's an art medium. Art doesn't always go right. I printed an order. I printed it all upside down, and I started a fire.
Yeah, a lot of the projects we do are a local artist, collaborations. Like an example is the Mount Lemon tea, which people have really liked that Cream put out. It's very tongue-in-cheek. Everything on it is wrong. Tucson spelled wrong. Mount Lemon spelled wrong. It's not Mount Lemon. It's a mountain. So it's very like Tucson local humor. Dimitri Manos is a musician and artist, and that was something that we worked with him to create the Mount Lemon design. And he also made one that's for the biodome, kind of making fun of the biosphere. One, I think, big project that really utilized all aspects of Cream, things that we were good at, was the awareness campaign for the Sonoran desert toad, and people using it to harvest its psychedelic secretions and how that is negatively affecting the toad population. We worked with Robert to come up with imagery, and also Hamilton Morris, who had a show that kind of talked about those things, and we're able to figure out how to reproduce a pamphlet from the 70s that talked about it. There's probably like a few thousand of those shirts out there, and a portion of each proceeds of each shirt goes to the Tucson Herpetological Society. Yeah, there's a lot of good marketing, a lot of good design, building relationships with different people, and utilizing that to also have proceeds go to actually trying to affect the problem that we were talking about. I think was us kind of running on all cylinders, and we've kind of been able to do that with other projects as well. Use that as a blueprint.
It's really unsustainable to treat people with disrespect. They're not going to stick around as employees, as clients, as collaborators. So I think for me, just thinking, how can we form these like mutually beneficial partnerships with people, whether those are partnerships with people we work with, you know, in the shop or in the community. I think prioritizing the profit is just short-sighted, and I think we're here for the long haul, so cut to the train.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.